Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show. We are on episode 676. Quite the fun little number to have. We're just 20 away from a really fun number, which we'll probably not acknowledge in any way. But in the meantime, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. I'm your host here, finally able to speak while my tongue isn't a dead lump of meat that is preventing me from talking. I am, of course, Circuit Main. But I'm also joined by my wonderful group of analysts here. Analysts, panelists, well-wishers, well-doers, and nefarious ne'er-do-wells that I cannot seem to get rid of. Yeah, I'm joined by my wonderful group of cohorts. We have DM21.
We're going to be melting like ice cream and popsicles.
We are joined by Textelion.
Hey.
We're joined by Toakoi.
I'm one of the people he can't get rid of for some reason.
And of course, we have Suki of the Otaku Ascended.
I mean, why would you want to get rid of me?
And of course, we're here to bring in the Brony community for last week. And I will get into that in just a moment. But I do want to give a bit of a service announcement for all of you that are joining us. If you're catching us live, we have the 4th of July weekend coming up in I can't say a few short days, but it's like 4 or 5 days. But it's 4th of July. It means it's going to be nice. It's going to be barbecues. It's going to be lots of people going out there. It's going to be fireworks. And unfortunately, due to celestial events and weather patterns, it is going to be hot. We have actually received a lot of word and caution that there is a massive heat dome that is going to be around the eastern and central United States. So if you are in the States during this weekend, I just wanted to get the word out there to warn people that it is going to be very, very warm, for lack of a better... no, let's just face it. You're going to be frying eggs on the sidewalk kind of weather. Be careful. Stay cool. Keep hydrated. And, just exercise caution. If you start to see your vision blur and dead relatives are beckoning, it's okay to crush a can of soda at that point.
No, better yet, crush a bottle of water.
Especially the bottle of water. I'm just saying, keep it refreshed if you absolutely have to. But as that's just our warning here, let's go ahead and open up our soapbox to talk a little bit about some fun stuff. And of course, we're going to do that with a big helping of Wub. So I would like to ask all of you, as I do every week, what's up, Bronies? But before I actually ask that, I do need to get on the soapbox here and explain kind of what happened last week. And why we're literally doing last week's show this week. Sorry, I realized 2 of you were ready to jump in, but... So, some of you who turned in last week would have noticed we played Mecha Chameleon? Or Mecha? I don't know. It's not Mecha, apparently. It's like Mecha or something like that. But yes, we're playing a game, and I was not able to speak. Because I had a dental appointment. Now, this was a series of unfortunate events that led to all of this, so I wanted to come clean and clear in all of this. I knew I had a dental appointment coming up, and that it was for cavities. Because, they just love to find those cavities and fill them. Go ahead and somebody, Art Service. Now, really quickly, I should probably add... This is going to be talking a little bit about dental work. I'm not going to get into very specifics, but some people might still get squeamish. So if you don't like if you don't like that sound, I'd tune off for about 5 minutes and then come back. I'll make sure to keep this within 5 minutes. At the absolute worst, it'll probably be quicker than that, but just give it a heads up there. So the appointment was actually set for the week prior, before I was going to have a day off. Because I didn't want to deal with it while I had other things going on. Because I'm smart like that. And everybody wants to schedule appointments on Monday. And I don't know why. But I had it set for a Thursday. And I was set. Actually, maybe it was a Wednesday. It was a Wednesday or Thursday, but I was set. Nothing was going to happen. I was just going to get it done, get it over with, go home, lay on the couch, watch some TV, go to sleep. Simple, easy, done. No. Before it could happen, I received a text, and it's just like, yeah, no, sorry, we can't do that day. The doctor's busy. So here are 2 days. Here's the Friday that I have off in the middle of the day. And not only do I have it off, I'm taking my car in to get looked at and oil changed. So I wouldn't have my vehicle. So that's obviously a no-go immediately. And here's Monday. At the time that we both want, that I said I would like, but Monday. And I'm just going, really? Really? And I would have pushed this, but the other reason I was also trying to go through with this appointment as quickly as possible is I got a crown put in 6 months ago, and it's been extremely sensitive because apparently there are some gaps in there. And they were going to put some desensitizer in there and finally get that taken care of too, which would have been nice. So I'm just like, okay, you know what? It's probably just some small cavities. Maybe I'll get a little Novocaine. I might speak a little weird for a while, but then things will be fine. Fine. We'll do it on Monday. You get your wish, gods. I will finally acquiesce to your endless demands for the last decade. I will have a dental appointment on Monday, as you requested over time and time again, and I kept telling you no, but fine, I will give you this inch.
And they took it a goddamn mile on you, didn't they?
I wish it was a mile, my god. But let's continue on. So, I prepared for that Monday. I said, hey, work. I need to leave a little early. I'll work later another day. Perfectly fine. I get out early. I book my way through freeway traffic, and it is bad freeway traffic for some weird reason. So I'm gunning it over the freeway, past speed limits, and through construction zones to try to make it on time, which I did. Then they just all, okay, go ahead and sit down. We'll come with you shortly. And they go. It takes about a minute or two, and then they take me in. It's like, okay, let's get you started. Now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna numb up your mouth, and obviously this is to get you ready for the Novocaine. Fine, okay, let's just do this. I know it's gonna be a bit of Novocaine. Then they shove a cotton ball in there. Okay, that's normal. 2 cotton balls in there. Okay, that's a little weird. 3 cotton balls. Huh. And then the needles. 1. The 1 jab. 2 jabs. 3. 4. 5. Oh my god, I'm feeling this one in my nose. And about 7 times, 7 to 8, they shot all over the place. I am not a happy camper right now.
7 jabs.
Several jabs. I don't know if they were just having a hard time finding a spot or if I got enough Novocaine in me to take out an elephant. I do not know. But they finally finished. And it's just like, okay, fine, we're done. Let's get started. They do one of the cavities. Perfectly fine. Simple, easy. It sucks a little bit, but it's not so bad. You know, that's what I was expecting. And what I thought was going to happen this whole time. The second one. They get started. I wasn't numb.
What?
I don't know how. But in all of those jabs, in all of those attempts, they did not get the correct location for that tooth. My God.
No.
Immediately, I gripped that chair and I made a few sounds. It wasn't like a, but I definitely made it well known. No, this is all right. I'm hurting. This hurts. This is not good. It's like, oh, I guess you're still feeling that. Let's try this again. 8, 9, 10. 10 jabs of Novocaine.
And of course, you doing that reminds me of an actual country song where this happened.
Cool. We're not
And-
talking about that now. Moving on. We're continuing on. So, I get those jabs, and then they're just like, okay, we're going to sit there and let it settle. And I'm sitting there. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3, 4. Oh, the song changed. 5, 6. The song changed again. 7, 8. Did they forget about me? But no, they eventually come. They come back. And then the dental work begins, and yeah, this is I want to say standard, but it's just like I had 10 jabs. I'm not very happy. I have the show on my mind, and they jab the freaking rubber block into the back of my teeth. So I basically got my mouth pried open, and I absolutely hate it whenever that happens. But I'm just trying to suffer through it and get through it, getting all done, and it finally finishes. And then they give the standard, okay, yeah, be sure not to, you don't want to chew anything until you start to fill your mouth. You may, but you might bite your tongue. Just be careful, da-da-da. Let us know if you have any sensitivity, if something feels off, yada, yada. Bingo, bango, done. I'm just like, oh, whatever. Yeah, just get me out. I'm done. My frustration has reached peak. I'm out. And of course, I get home and I give it about an hour and so because I still have some time before the show. And then the pre-show time comes up and I'm just like, okay, we'll give it a little more time. No, my tongue stays absolutely numb. The left part of my cheek, numb. My teeth, semi-numb. Which is not surprising considering they basically didn't seem to hit it quite right. So, yeah, the show, I basically had to say, no, it can't happen because my entire left side of my mouth is so completely numb, it feels like my entire face is frozen. And I know I'm biting my tongue and my cheek. Not because I'm feeling anything, but because my teeth stop moving. And in weird ways. So it's just like, I'm trying to talk and it's just like, suddenly my teeth stop and I'm like, oh, that's not normal. That means I bit something I shouldn't have. So, yeah. Eventually, after the show is done, I get to sleep, all hunky-dory. That should be the end of the story. Not quite. Sorry. Last little bit of the story here. Now, the whole point of me doing the cavities was, as I mentioned, I had a cap put on my tooth, and it has a very sensitive portion to it. And it kind of sucks right now. So the reason I was going through this is to try to get that desensitization done so I can enjoy ice cream without having to play field hockey with it. And I thought they got it at first because I felt something weird in the area where my tooth cap is. But a couple days later, no, they forgot to do that. So the whole point of me pushing to get this done was even forgotten. So I went through hell and missed doing my show proper. For nothing. Well, I got the cavities filled, but it didn't go for the goal. I tripped at the finish line. They tripped at the finish line for me. So eventually I'm going to have to go back again. But I don't want to do that for a while because of what just happened.
Are you thinking of going to another dentist?
Ah, God, I'm tempted. I will not lie. I am sorely tempted. And just because I don't want to say it. No, I'll say it. This is not the first time in recent memory that things have been really screwy with them. This is just the first time it hurt my mouth.
Reminds me of the dick around the dental office I go to has for scheduling. Like, I can't get my date nailed down for the life of me because that dental office is so overworked and so busy as hell that they just keep they can't go appointment months later without moving it once to another day later or
I was
sooner.
about to say second, is this the same place that had that snafu with the money?
Yes, that's kind of That's part and parcel of that.
So this is, I would call this strike 2. If there's a
If this is a strike 2, my God, I do not want to know what strike 3 is going to be at this point.
You might as well
Well, you
leave
know
it.
what I mean,
Strike
though,
three's gonna be
within
worse.
the year and within recent memory.
Anyway, so yeah, that's my what's up, Brony. At least in regards to the dental and what happened with the show. Anybody else have any other whoops they want to throw out there? And Jasper, I agree. It's kind of funny that they say, yeah, ice cream isn't good for your teeth, but you know, even if they tell me not to take it after dental surgery, you're not stopping me. I'm taking ice cream after surgery.
Yeah.
Or at least normally I would, but all I had for ice cream was peanut butter cup filled ones where you had to crunch into it, so it wouldn't have been good for me. I did, however, have Greek yogurt, cold Greek yogurt, which was nice.
Okay, that's fair. That's a good substitute.
Good.
It's the best middle ground I had.
Well, Circuit, I don't know. Circuit, I don't know if I told you about the story about my thumb, but I'm gonna keep it short.
Go for
They
it.
had to numb that area at one time, and man, the agent they used to numb me did things to my head. It's like I went into a big blur. My head snapped something into my. It felt like my head boomed or something like that. I really don't know what happened. I whited out for like a few seconds.
Damn.
Wow.
As for me, before Circuit had his dental excursion, in the previous weekend, I was having fun at an anime convention, got to see Weird Al, and people dropped the ball on me, so I walked, I say 60 blocks, mainly because of, I count the streets, not how actual far it is. Turned out it was 10 miles just walking for 4 hours to get home. Go to sleep for 4 hours, get up, go to work, and do a 10-hour shift. Come home, do this, then go to sleep. So yeah, Monday was also rough for me.
Last week was kind of a crap show because guess what? Have you ever read the book Breakfast for Skunks for Breakfast?
No, but I've been starting to read Dungeon Crawler Carl recently, but I don't think that's neither here nor there.
I guess that makes sense. It's mainly a children's Canadian children's book. Anyway, imagine that situation, but not underneath a house, but underneath a garden shed in the backyard. Yeah, we have a mother skunk with her babies underneath the damn shed. Thankfully, we don't use it, but the landlord does, and I don't know always how he's going to react if he ever needs to go back there.
Well, if he's smart, he's not going to irritate him because they only spray with it when they're scared. As long as they're pretty relaxed about things.
Well, guess what? The dog the other night couldn't. Well, I can't remember which one of my family members, but they didn't get the dog back in time, and the dog almost got sprayed. We smelled it a little bit around her neck and her head, but it didn't stay. So it must have just
residual. Yeah, must have been
the residual. Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. That's good. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I feel bad for our European friends out there. I've been hearing a lot about some of them just dealing with a really bad heat wave over there right now, which we're about to. So, well, most of us are.
First we get the rain,
and then we get the heat. But also,
then we get the peaches. No, sorry.
But then again, our friends in Europe don't get heat like this because they normally only top out to for us would be 80 to 90 degrees on average for their hottest days. They get into 100.
All right. Anyway, sorry. Anybody else have any other wubs that they want to throw out there?
My family has been redecorating the living room lately.
Nice. Yeah, we finally got the truck running, that little Ranger, so that's fun.
Oh, I read about that earlier last weekend.
And because of how the weather was, we're like, ah, screw it, let's go grab that camper and rip the shell off so it's ready for reinforcement and welding. So did that.
All right. Okay. Anybody? All right. I think that's all the wubs we have here. Does anybody else has any wubs that they want to throw out there? All right. Wubs are done. Let's go ahead and get into the news here. We're going to start off with convention news. Unfortunately, we missed a week, so we probably missed some one of the conventions that are going on was happening. Actually, we did. There was an online convention happening. Let's now that I'm talking about it, let's quickly bring it up here real fast. And I do want to give a big shout out here to. Oh, anyway, sorry. So, yeah, Full Spectrum Fest had their Stardust event happen this last weekend. This was a full online music concert that was happening over in Ponytown. Of course, our wonderful White Phoenix was there once again to take pictures of all of the maps and put them in our conchat board here on the Brony Show Discord. So if you have access to that, you can take a look at all of the screenshots of the map, the areas. Really awesome space theme going on there. Though I'm wondering if anybody walked around in there as a Moogus. But oh, they had a melon tent. You know what? That's all we needed in life. They got the melon tent. That's all I needed to know. But yeah, no, the convention definitely was a. Oh, I mentioned the melon tent and I don't bring up the image of that. What is going on with me here? There we go. There we go. Melon tent. But yeah, so this was a fun little convention that happened. I don't think I was too aware of it, so I made a quick announcement as soon as I was aware of it before actual events started. So hopefully if people wanted to check it out, they had the opportunity to. But it sounds like they had a great musical time, and I can't wait for the next one to happen there. Now let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the cons that are happening or will be happening. We, of course, got Zombar Comp that is happened. Sorry, I gotta remember. Some of these have already happened and it's over. Zombar Comp, this was on a camping ground over in the Netherlands. Looks like it was a great time over there. Big old music festival event. I am not going to get through this anymore, am I? My tongue is just dead. So yeah, take one last look at ponies hugging and fighting on the beach. Or actually lakeside. Look at that.
So when are they starting the next one?
Probably next year. But we got plenty more in the meantime. Of course, we got Norse Horse Con, which is happening in a few short days over in Herning, Denmark. If I recall, this one is actually a newer con that is happening in that area.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I also recall, I think they already sold out of their passes and everything. So hopefully we'll hear some more about this con as it happens in a few short days. But yeah, unfortunately, the passes have already been sold out, and it looks like they're getting ready to go in. And all right, once again, caution warning, heads up warning, environmental warning, toxic warning. I don't know. I got to give all the warnings here. In 10 days, MLPCon is set to happen by this thing. Their website still isn't working.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wonder if the website won't work until the day of. It wouldn't surprise me. But of course, it is an online convention run by the Bronies of 4chan. So you know what you're getting into. Just be cautious if you are curious. If you know, you already know, and I don't need to tell you anything. But if you don't know, just be cautious, be careful. It's a bunch of very interesting people that are over there. Not all of them are messed up. It's 4chan.
In the nicest way, it's Tabers, but there's more than one.
Yeah. Anyway, we also got Shanghai Brony Festival. It's happening at the same time over in Shanghai. It's going to be really interesting to see all of the merch and pictures that come out from that, because the Brony community has been hitting really hard over there. It's been really interesting to see, and I love it. the next day after that, we also have Brony Scott. That's happening in Glasgow, UK.
Yep, you got it.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like I'm being... Anyway. So, yes, this is hoping at Grosvenor Hotel over in Scotland, with one convention, with a music event happening one day and the convention itself on another. So if you are in that area, I hope you enjoy. I hope it's a fun time, and it's just coming up very shortly. I clicked wrong. There we go. And of course, a little bit after that, a few days after that, the first Sunshine PonyCon is going to be happening in Atlantic City, New Jersey. This, of course, is the big convention that has been set up by a lot of the people that left the Sequestria. Was it?
Yeah, it was Sequestria, because that was the mail-in one before the other one came back.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people at Sequestria, and they made Sunshine PonyCon, and this is their first convention after getting advertising and getting things set up to happen. So yeah, it's looking like a lot of fun. I can't wait to hear the results of everything that happens here. I wish I could go myself, but unfortunately it's way out there, and my money is way not there.
Plus, we have Everfree to look forward to.
Well, we got that too, but that's also part and parcel of the money problem. So, Sunshine PonyCon. Then, of course, after that, the next day after that, well, actually happening in between, because this starts on the 17th and 19th, this starts on 18th and 19th, the China Southern Brony Carnival is happening in Guangzhou province. Guangzhou in the Guangdong province. Let's see. I think last I pulled this up. Oh, no, yeah, it's a normal site. Oh, wow, this is nice. This is so nice.
The fact that it's moving is very nice.
Well, not just moving, you got a little glowing thing in the background there with their insignia. But yes, this is the. I don't know how long this has been going on. I've only recently been dipping into the other big other conventions that are happening all over the price. But anyway, yeah, it looks like they're getting set up. I really can't wait to see what happens with this one as well. Looks like exciting times. I'm sure most of us are unfortunately just going to be able to experience it through their pictures after it's all over. Okay, who's ready to get banned by China now?
Oh no.
We weren't going there anyways. Let's pot it.
All right, we also got the Taiwan Ponyville Con over in Taiwan. But yes, this is of course another pony convention happening over in the Asia.
I would go with
Taiwan.
I would go like the Sea of Asia just for simplicities.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like this one is going to be a lot of fun as well. I'm really excited to see all of these conventions, and I can't wait to see all of the results that come of it. But yeah. Oh, it looks like this convention is done through a tea party like format. But yeah, it looks like it's a smaller one, but still happening in the Taiwan area. So I can't wait to see more about that. That looks like so much fun. And of course, we've been talking a lot about this one, but now the time is slowly coming up. And by slowly, I mean you blink and you miss it. TrotCon. This, of course, is another one of the big conventions that has been happening due to events beyond their control. They have decided to go online this year. This is just for this year. And once again, it's not for anything financial. It's more medical reasons. We're going to leave it as that. But yes, this is fully online. It is free online, so you don't even have to pay anything to join in. It's just going to be happening. However, they still have applications open for from panel to community guests. They still have their store open with passes and other merch and other random things, including banners. Especially if you have that kind of money. I mean, dang it, I would like to have a banner at one point. That'd be so sweet.
You know, in fairness, 2025 beta is kind of going to be rare.
Well, I mean, yeah, they only make it for that year. And if you think about it, they only have the one banner left for each of the different things. So, like, yeah, this one, they only have the registration left over, which is still nice and cool. Wonder which one's the registration, though.
If I would have to take a guess.
It said it was made by Newtaz, so I don't think it's either of these. Newtaz's art style is either the dragon one here or this one.
That seems more like registration, just because, showing people, hey, this is where you need to go.
Yeah. And this one, of course, is the vendor hall.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have the After Dark? Oh, yeah, let's get the After Dark one. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah. Yeah, comics, comic books, other fun things. They have a fun little bit of merch, and yep, all of this, once again, all online, all free to use. So, yeah, we're going to be checking it out. We're even going to see if we could do some things there. We can't make any promises yet because we're still trying to figure things out. But, yeah. Wow, a lot of Chinese conventions, apparently. We got the Jinan Brony Festival. That's happening over in Shandong province in China. Take a quick look at this one, because that's literally all we have that's just happening in that area.
In fairness, China is rather large, therefore I can imagine.
Yeah. I absolutely love that the PonyCons are still happening too, just my mage. I just wish that some of them were actually within reaching distance, but beggars can't be choosers, I guess. You also got the Beijing BronyCon that's happening on the 25th and 26th. Yeah, big wild guess where that one's happening. That's right, it's happening in Florida. And, okay, we'll quickly... Wow! Three all at once. We got three.
Not all...
One in Dreamland Con that's happening in Flamingo Harbor Hotel in Tianjin, China. We got the Kyongjing Brony Festival that's happening at the Great Wall Hotel in Kyongjing, China. And we also have Malong Pony 2. That's happening in Seoul, South Korea. Wow!
Oh, hey, there's a rave.
There's definitely a rave going on, all right. Oh, my world.
Ah.
But,
yeah, those three are cannibalize each other.
No, not really. I mean, one's in South Korea. It's in a whole nother essentially a whole nother country.
Oh, I meant two of them. Sorry.
Maybe.
No, because they could be on opposite sides of China.
It's also China, and China is, let's face it, China is huge and it has a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, they are probably going to be pretty nicely split between themselves, unless they're really right next to each other. You know what? Let's have a little fun here. We can view this on a map. Tianjin is it looks like it is in the northeastern part of China, very northeastern. In fact, if anything, yeah, that might actually affect the South Korea one, if anything at all.
Hold on, I love this little feature they have. Second, go back to the map.
I just realized it myself after I clicked. So yeah, that's Dreamland, and Kyongjing is way down there. It is in the southwest. It is literally across the country.
I figured that would be the case.
Well, the one I wasn't thinking about being close to any of them. It was the one the closest to the other one.
Yeah.
No, that's still an ocean between them.
But yeah, the only ones that might cannibalize each other is you got Tianjin BronyCon over in October there, and
just across the lake
in August. Which those.
What about the one up top there?
What about the one up top?
That's the Beijing one. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that one, those two are the closest that might come to cannibalizing one another. But they got enough time between them. Heck, if anything, this is the one that might end up hurting one or the other. Because you got one in July and one in August right afterwards, right over here. It's still a hell of a lot of distance between the two, but yeah.
Yeah, but it is like a month apart, so...
It is a month apart, and it is in a very populated area, so it's probably not going to be all that bad. Actually, this is kind of funny looking at this. All the pony conventions in the United States are all around the outside area.
Aside from like,
something's wrong here. Where's Harmony probably hasn't announced.
Yes, it's not on the map at the moment. Yeah. And where is?
on this
Okay.
Fresmere and Brony Expo that are going to be going on here sometime soon.
Yeah.
Anyway,
There's also that
we
one
got
over
off
in-
track here. Let's go ahead. We're gonna go move on. Yay!
Do we even have a track at this point, or are we just floating?
We always have a track. It's just that it's kind of like I'm trying to keep everybody to it, and everybody keeps trying to go to the island with sirens.
But they're so
I mean,
pretty.
say Odysseus.
What? Yeah, kind of like that.
Well, it's either that or Sinbad.
Look, I want to go see my daughter every now and again, okay?
I get that.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the news here, or at least what little we do have. Once again, this news is a week old, but it is still prevalent in a way. So first off, we're gonna start off talking about, well, Gameloft, because they are still expanding on the pony game over there, and they once again have done something interesting with pony designs.
They're going on the grunge scene, I see.
Yeah.
Is
I'll
it
say.
grunge? It feels like this is referencing something else, but I do not know what it is.
I have no. I'm just looking at like torn black clothing and stuff like that. Everything's washed out.
No, that's definitely grunge just because of all the spikes. Because it can't be emo because, you know,
Celestia has all the spikes. I don't know about the rest of them.
and it can't be gothic because it feels, you know, too haphazard to be gothic.
But also, like goth is generally like a little bit more like they wear nice like dark clothes. Is not all ratty.
Yeah.
If anything, this feels like somebody was trying to do a post-apocalyptic and then they just got tired halfway.
It could be a punk type of thing, though.
I don't know. I feel so bad. I mean, Celestia is definitely channeling something there. I mean, look at that.
That feels either punk.
She's ready to slap someone.
Yeah, it feels very punk in how she is, plus the blue sun.
She's ready to go talk to her manager.
No, she's ready to beat the manager.
Actually,
Actually, it's even funnier. I mean, actually, think about it. It's even crazier because you basically got these other ones that are just in like tattered clothing. Luna also has the same thing, and Celestia is the only one with freaking black spikes. It's just like she's taking it to the other level. Oh, Black Hole Sun! Oh my God! You know
Yes!
what? No, we're done. We're done. Black Hole
we
Sun.
figured it out. We cracked the code. Okay.
Oh, geez.
As we pointed out, grunge and or like punk.
We have nothing to fear. She sucked.
Do you know what I just noticed? Look at Sunset's hoof.
Yeah, the braids.
Oh, wow.
Well,
It looks like she's got like some something like tangle thorn that they showed in like one of the episodes just around her.
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
But again,
we're gonna go ahead and move
it
on from
feels
here.
very
I-
90s.
I like this. I really do like this. It's amazing that they keep coming out with this stuff. I mean, if all else fails, at least this will provide some interesting inspiration time to time to the Brony community. But it's amazing Gameloft is coming out with this stuff, though. At the same time, one can come up with the argument they're literally just putting them in rags and calling it a new outfit. It's like, they're in rags. Go and buy the entire set. That's another $100. Like, oh my
I
God.
mean,
It's a
in
weird lineup of
fairness-
characters.
They must be
in
running out of
fairness,
ideas.
They do kind of do that with some characters from time to time. Just go, let's throw in ton off clothing and say they're exploring or accident or battle damage.
Well, I guess battle damage is an option, yeah. All right, here's one that let me double check here real fast because I just realized
I don't think Anime Expo's happened yet.
I don't think so either, but it's about to. I mean, literally, it's this weekend. So, well, it says it right there on the image. Why did I look for 5 more seconds? Okay.
You're good, man. You're
So
good.
Caillou is obviously, if you can't tell, they are going to be at Anime Expo to promote their card sets, and of course that includes ponies. Whether there's going to be
Looks like
special
it.
cards that you can only get
Brony's not
over
anime.
there, or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, these are definitely the playing cards that they're going to be advertising, and they look really awesome. I do love this. If you are going to Anime Expo, you're not caring about this at all, and I am very sure of that. But still, I hope you do. You are a little bit and want to check it out. I mean, look at this. This is so cool. So nice.
Oh,
It's beautiful artwork. They have talented artists.
They do. I absolutely love this. My Anime Expo is going to have a Caillou event and plenty of cards. And it looks like they're going to have K-pop Demon Hunter and Naruto. So, plenty of different options. And we already mentioned this, but I might as well go ahead and talk about it in length. Fresmare has been announced for Fresno, California for October 30th to November 1st. The thing is, I've known Fresmare was going to be happening. I didn't know how it was happening, to be honest. Okay, you know what? Let's get into this a little bit here. So I was aware of a couple of pony conventions that were going to be coming from the ashes and remains of BabsCon. Fresmare being one of them. I didn't know it by name, but I knew that a pony convention was being planned. Now, the thing about Fresmare is when I was at HarmonyCon, I did see advertisements posted for both Pony Expo, which is going to be the other California convention, and Fresmare. Ponies Expo, of course, had a nice nice business card like advertisement thing going on. It had the dates, it had location, very very professional looking. Looked like they were ready and they were getting set up, and it was gearing up for the full advertisement. Fresmare had a big piece of paper that looked like it was made out of a printer and cut in quick haste. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't sure what to think of that. But keeping an eye on things as they were moving along, you can see here the website has come along quite nicely. They got art out there of their characters. They have the announcements set up, the venue, registration. Actually, I haven't even seen what the registration is going to. Woof. Well, admittedly, oh, okay, sorry. All right. Yeah, I missed it early. I literally missed it. No, yeah, I literally missed it early off. Okay, fair. So, yeah, it looks like Fresmare is setting up for a kind of a Nightmare Night-ish kind of convention, at least for this year. I wish I could go. I can't make any commitments at the moment. Especially because it was announced so late, and once again, my finances aren't exactly all happy-go-lucky right now. But I'm excited, though. I'm excited because if this goes well and Ponies Expo goes well, we literally have two new conventions that I have a very equal and easy opportunity to get to as opposed to one. So I'm hoping for the best for them, and it looks like they are really starting to ramp things up. I'm really hoping for the best. And heck, they got a giraffe. You don't see a giraffe very often as a mascot.
no, you don't. No, you don't.
So yeah, I just wanted to give them a big shout out here because they have really started to ramp things up. It looks really interesting, and I'm gonna bet that this is going to be a little bit on the smaller side. So it's not going to be like one of the big conventions like Everfree or, I don't want to say Trop because technically they're online this year. Everfree, Ciderfest, those conventions, they tend to be pretty large. I'm going to imagine that this is going to be a little bit more on the smaller side, which might actually be a more fun and intimate experience for people. Anyway, so that is there. We'll consider that advertised. How's everybody doing? We're all good?
Yep.
All right. So that is it for the news. That's right. We only had a little bit of news in regards to everything last week. There wasn't really much to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit. Now as sorry, my English is starting to fail me utterly and rapidly. So I'm trying my best here. So, as I've been mentioning in the past, since there hasn't been a whole lot more news, I wanted to start really shining a spotlight on some of the amazing creators that we have out there in the Brony community, because we have been getting a lot more newer creators, and sometimes they don't get a spotlight on them like they used to, because it's sometimes harder to, or they just get passed off because we have so many. So, I want to do my best to shine a light on some of these. So we're going to start off here with Triadic Cues. This has actually been a really awesome creator. They got a really fun art style on them. I really like it. It's got a nice little cartoonish, comic bookish kind of vibe. A lot of OCs in here.
I say I've seen them around. They've been around for a long time.
They have been. They have really been around for a long time, but at the same time, they don't seem to get posted all that often. I mean, on Derpy Border, they only have 75 entries here. I'm not entirely sure if that's by choice.
It could be like me, where I never posted a single picture I've ever commissioned onto Derpy, yet somehow they're all on there.
That could very much be. And speaking of which, you have the right of it. The first way I found them was by Blue Sky, where they advertise commissions. So yeah, if you really like their art, it's always fun to find an artist that actually has really good prices and really good quality art. And this isn't bad at all. I mean, get a nice little flat color full body, $45. I mean, that is nice. I mean, somebody tell me you wouldn't want that.
It's very tempting.
Very much so, yeah. But yeah, I just saw that they do commissions. I saw they have some great artwork going on. I wanted to advertise it because great artists, great art, good commission prices. It's a nice full bag there. So, yep, this is Triadic Cues. The information will be in our show notes, of course, if you are interested. But we also got another artist that I wanted to throw out there. This one is called Uncle Chai. And this one is beautiful. Amazing painted style art right here. With it still has its comedic senses, too.
It's kind of messy, but in a fun way.
It's a fun kind of messy.
It's kind of like it's almost like a chalky kind of texture to it.
I was feeling more watercolors, but yeah, maybe more chalky. It's not. Yeah, watercolor tends to be a little bit more lighter.
Yeah, mixed.
Yeah. But yeah, just a lot more artistic a lot more I don't want to say artistic merit. That is not the word, but it definitely has a style. It's definitely a lot more artistic style to it.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, that can cause it that some people might like it, some people might not. I personally am a fan of it. I think it's a great artistic style. And I love the little bits of humor that you get in the images as well.
Yeah. Just click on that Sombra one for us.
Alright.
Damn.
Yeah. I can hear some people salivating out there. I know who you are. But yeah, this is just an amazing artist that I wanted to get the word out on them as well. But yeah, once again, this is an artist that we will have in our show notes if you really like them. as I always do, I encourage you, follow their art, try to find their socials, follow them, encourage them, let them know how much you love their work. It's always awesome to find.
Is there
a
show
community.
notes for this? Oh, no, never mind. I just found it.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
like I said, everything here was planned a week ago, and it was ready to go, and then I got dentaled.
Oh,
Dun,
yeah,
dun,
that makes
dun, dun.
sense. Oh, why there isn't a new one? Okay.
Yeah. And with that, there is one other thing. This one was kind of a weird one because I've been trying to expand into stories and things like that, but as I mentioned, I kind of got caught up in Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I'm happy for because I'm glad I get caught up in any kind of reading. But it also means that I need to expand my horizons a little bit when it comes to Brony content that is out there for people. And I found some interesting Brony content, especially in this day and age where a lot more interesting things are available to us. And so I found this website by complete and utter dumb accident.
It's just a place where you can get models and stuff.
Yep, exactly that. 3D models that can be put into a 3D printer and printed out. And the best part about it is they make an absolute case that it is not AI.
Oh no, for cults, you have to specify if it has AI or not on it. Otherwise, they will not let you use it.
Yeah,
And
but
you
you'd be
can't sell
surprised. You'd be surprised how many people try to get away with not announcing that. Which, you know, if they're, you know what, not getting into that argument, walking away.
It's something people have to deal with. I know.
But yeah, it's not just this one. This is the one I randomly ran across when I was talking with somebody and looking at some things. But yeah, no, just this amazing Twilight Sparkle, which I might see about actually getting this printed out and see how that goes. But yeah, no, if you actually decide to bring it up, there is so...
Oh yeah, Colt has a lot out of this.
Yeah.
Hey, Pip.
There's so much here. Some of it simple designs, some of it a little more complicated, a little bit weird. Very
but
weird.
Also remember, some of this stuff is not in the colors that they are showing. That could be paint.
Well, it could be paint, or it also could be whatever filament they use to print it out.
Now, I believe that blank AJ more than I believe anything painted.
Oh, the AJ, no, that is not that is not.
No, I'm talking about the statue one, similar to the Miku. Or is that a Fluttershy?
Oh, these look great.
I don't know which one you're referring to, but I'm just gonna keep moving on here.
The non-centaur
careful
one.
where you scroll.
Yeah, just be warned that you may have to paint these out. They're not. Some of them may not print out exactly like this. Maybe they will. I don't know. It might also depend on who you commission to print them out. If you don't do them yourself. But yeah.
That love bug.
Yeah, some of these are amazing, and the best part is they are actually relatively cheap. Just to actually get them all $6.
Yeah. Second, third image, battle. That is how they say this will be printed out.
Yep.
You will have to paint all this. Or if you have like a multicolored printer head.
Like, it depends on what you have or the services that you hire. Some services could probably actually print these out in the exact color as the model. If the filaments are there. I'm just saying. Yeah. Don't just assume final product is what is shown. Well, yeah, it's I think Warhammer figures. You might get lucky, but you also might have to do some painting, which fair enough. But yeah,
I have to paint my models. Oh.
Yeah, how dare. I actually might have to go for this one, though.
That's wow. Wow.
60 frames a second?
60 frames a second.
60 frames a second. Absolutely.
If you buy it, I can print it for you and get it to you.
I'll talk later. I already have one other person that's chomping at the bit for me to buy things from him, but a lot of these are more resin print and design, and he doesn't have that, so I don't. Yeah.
Unless it's specifically stated and it's meant for like clear stuff, you can do it with a additive printer rather than just a resin.
Are you gonna put these artists in the show notes?
Well, I am gonna put the artist and also this particular website in the show notes. Yes, they have not been added yet, because I always kind of keep them separate until we actually do this.
Also, there's stuff like Thingiverse, or there's more than just this. But Cults is a very decent place to, start your journey if you're wanting to look for stuff.
I am hoping for that Twilight model that
Yeah, here we go.
that does come apart.
SLA printer.
Yep.
Yeah.
And don't know if it can be done on an FDM, so you got to make sure you pay attention.
Yeah.
There are specifics.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope that Twilight one blows apart, because there's going to be a huge hassle to paint it if it doesn't.
Oh, well, I like I said, I imagine some of these may have some instructions, or if you get the right people involved, they can print them out in the right color.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah. It'll probably
It's
come
more
out like
detailed.
this, where you do have to paint it some, but...
Yeah. Well, like, the more detailed the model is, like, it's so much easier for you to be able to have it in pieces.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, really, I absolutely love this stuff. I could actually get lost in this forever, but that we don't have-
same.
we need to get moving on here. So that is going to be it for the show notes. Guess what, guys? It's time for our fan challenges and creations. So every week out there, we'd like to announce a prompt for all of you, and we'd like to encourage you to go ahead and be creative with it, whether by art, music, social studies, arithmetic, however you want to express yourself and be able to create. We offer you the opportunity by going out there with the prompt or doing whatever you want. The prompt is just a means to a creation. In this case, we like to gather everything up and then show a creative showcase. And let's go. And with that, let's go ahead and get into this. So, our challenge of the week for last week was grape flavor. But we also had a protest challenge. Or in this case, it was grape flavor's a lie. But we also had a protest challenge.
Oh, he came in just in time.
That's how good I am. And he is. We're both good.
Hello.
I called us.
What did I miss?
Read it.
You missed absolutely nothing, because it's time for our protest challenge.
Nice.
So what was our protest challenge for last week?
The protest initiative challenge for last week was
Last week, but yeah.
What was it? Shoot, I forgot. Windows. No, wait, that was the week before.
No,
Hang on.
No, you actually had it right. That was it. It was.
Oh,
Windows.
shoot, really?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
remember,
dang.
we
didn't have
missed
a
a week
show
because
last
my mouth was Novocaine to death.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They gave him
Windows.
Novocaine.
So, with that in mind, I did end up creating this before with plans to show it last week.
Second, are you sure you weren't having a prophetic moment with how you drew this?
Honestly, I wonder a little bit myself. The funny thing is, I literally drew this before going to the dentist office, so the irony.
Oh, hey, Circuit.
Yes.
On the grape flavor,
Yeah.
you remember what I showed you last week?
I
I am going to taste this grape soda. I am going to taste this homemade grape soda again on live camera, and I also bought some Zevia grape soda for comparison.
All right, hold on. Let me get this up here. So we'll get back to the image here in just a moment. So Tech actually did bring up an interesting personal challenge to this, and like I said, this is for any creative expression to this. So he made a syrup. To his credit, he made an actual syrup. He made a
Diet
zero.
Coke, but still syrup.
Yeah. Let's see. by your words here, let me know if I'm wrong on any of this. 0 sugar grape soda out of lemon juice, 8 cups of red grapes, monk fruit sweetener, boiled down and strained, leaving the syrup, and then added to a seltzer water.
Yep.
So,
Although basically all I did was just boil the grapes first and then added everything else after.
Which makes sense.
And of course strained it.
Of course.
And
But
now I am going to taste it. And now that it's fully chilled, I am going to taste it live on camera. And I added a lot more syrup this time. Tell you exactly how it tastes.
By the way, he says he's live on camera, but I literally don't have a fee to give.
Oh wait, no, excuse me, not live on camera. You don't want to see me right now.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
figured he's testing it right now as we are talking about this.
Well, tastes like a fizzy grape juice, and that's not a bad thing. And now I am going to open a can of Zevia Zero Sugar Grape Soda. Yes, it's diet. Get over it.
It's Evia. If it wasn't diet, I'd be really weird.
Okay, here we go.
I'm starting to
You
see
have
where
been
his
watching
inspiration...
that thing way too much.
I can see where his inspiration is.
In what world is this? Does this have a right to call itself great? Okay, let me read you the ingredients: carbonated water, natural flavors, citric acid, stevia extract. And that's pretty much it.
Not even the tiniest hint.
Although, let me look up the actual ingredients for grapes. Oh wow! If you get crushed or sun-kissed, the ingredients are astounding, but they contain everything but grape.
I'm not getting into that one.
Damn.
Anyway, so there you have it. But that is
Pull the berry punch right there, sort of.
That is really interesting, though, just to go above and beyond to the point you actually made a syrup, which is really awesome. Though, granted, the syrup without using sugar was kind of caught an off guard, especially since he didn't add the the sweetener until later. Basically, just boiled down grape juice, or grape
Real grapes.
Yeah, peeled grapes. Yeah. Which makes
so
sense.
I pulled the berry punch right there, sort of.
Mm.
Well, one of you did respond to my pick with the berry punch icon, saluting me.
I wonder who that could have been.
All I need is some vodka, and you know what? What? No, you know what? No, let me add some vodka to this, and I'm in business.
Yeah, he's got it. He's got it. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the other images now. Now, as I mentioned, I drew this. I've been making it a personal challenge after the Artist Training Ground event that I'm trying to draw a lot more with pen and pencil in the physical medium. So, yeah, this one, the pencil I'm using is starting to run out. I'm on its last thing of lead, and the eraser is basically worn down to not even a nub, but the whispers of a nub. So I'm trying. It's kind of made an interesting position where I'm trying to do less drawing with the pencil in order to be able to do the pen fill-ins without having too much complications going on. So it's kind of interesting how that's turning out. But yeah, we ended up with the grape flavor testing room, and me obviously having the worst time of my life. Thoughts, opinions, suggestions, comments, quotes?
This predicted your
did a good
future.
job on the minor details of the brick.
That's a nice touch.
Right.
I'll never get it right.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Added a mix of white rum and peppermint schnapps to it.
How's that feeling on your tongue?
I don't know about the peppermint
Barry
schnapps.
Punch would be proud.
Oh, well, okay then. I wouldn't know about the peppermint schnapps though. That's a kind of a left field for me there.
It's
But...
what I had. It's what the liquor I had open.
Yeah, fair enough. Now, along with this, oh wait, we also did have one other entry for the challenge.
Before you say anything, before you move on, I would like to say this picture predicted your rough time in the dental office.
We've been over that.
Yeah, I think it might have. I wish it didn't. I think it's like a hindsight 2020 kind of picture at that point, but but we also have this.
So basically, this is an ice cream parlor. One of them is grape, and I basically went through, okay, what are actual flavor colors? Because there's white in there, there's blueberry, there's plum. A lot of just, let me find stuff that people would go, is that grape flavored?
That's the first time I've ever heard an ice cream parlor that probably had more sorbets than ice cream.
You know, I don't think I've ever heard of a
Or
grape
sherbets.
ice cream. Or even sherbet, for that matter. I've seen orange, lemon, lime, but never grape.
I have seen it, but I think it was one of those weird promotional ones where they were doing it like a not a red, white, and blue, but they were trying to like promote a seasonal thing going on.
Again, it's one of those things of I didn't want to use any characters of Oz, so I just decided to make up a character and do this because I don't know everyone's personal flavors, and I don't want to, portray them as like, oh, I love grape or I hate grape.
It just looks like he's staring off into space while there's a weird image right above his head.
Well, that's why I had a poster in the background just to show that something was cut off. But yeah, I probably didn't do the best. Well, I also did try to have the top viewer of it be the same color as the background for the flavors are.
Just staring at a color palette.
Yeah, kind of just looks like that. Just for the future, you either want to do something to kind of signify that this is kind of either a not actually part of the background, like it's a visual image, like maybe you can see like a little bit of the outer rim of the fridge kind of waved around in there.
Yeah.
Or even the line here, the lineage here, where it shows the different flavors, like different, like waved around a bit, so it's like it's a dream or an illusion.
Or even like when doing in science textbooks, when talking about the planets, there's this circle around the subject you're going to, but then when looking at the larger picture, it's got this diminishing triangle pointing to where that is in the larger picture.
Ah, yeah, like a dotted line or something that would signify that this is actually this.
Yeah, my original thought was just to have it be under, but by the time I drew the character, it was far too big, and I'm like, well, frick, just throw it up here and see what happens. Because that's the other part of trying to do art and design. Because I did the best I could to have the thickest possible line to signify this is not in the same plane. This is not the same as anything else. Because if you look at the lines, the one around the flavors is thicker than all the other lines. This is what I get for having a... I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm going with the flow and then go, okay, fuck myself.
All right. I give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, the perspective, like I said, the one thing that is really causing question is just being able to tell that that's the bed of flavors that's supposed to be in the fridge down there.
Yeah.
But other than that, everything else, pretty much, pretty good. You know, it is what it is. You can understand it, all of it. It's just one outlier. That's all.
It happens.
It does.
Not every idea will be a solid thing, especially if you're like, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I feel that especially because I made this thing. So
you still have a pretty Twilight there.
The prompt was to draw a pony in a different generational style. In my case,
G5, I assume. Oh no, G2, my fault.
G2, nice try. But yes, no, G2 was surprising because I was trying to find images of G2, and I mean I could find them, but there's not a whole lot. There's very little. So I took the best one I could, got a general idea of how they were going with it, and then I tried to draw Twilight Sparkle in the G2 image, and this is what we get.
And of course, as we have to always point out when bringing up G2, My Little Pony Tales was not G2.
G2 was mostly just a marketing
Toy
generation.
line. It was just a toy line.
Yeah, marketing toy line generation.
Yeah. And I mean that in all honesty. There were no shows, no comic books, no storybooks, no nothing. Literally just toys. And apparently,
That's quite a rarity in itself.
Power to them for getting back to their roots, as opposed to now where they don't even do that.
actually, they didn't even get back to their roots. Their roots was G1, and that did have a cartoon series and a movie and comic books, and they had a whole marketing blitz. This thing was like going further back from their roots.
I was just trying to make a jab at Hasbro for not making pony toys.
Oh yeah, no, keep jabbing. It's just like it's just like I mean, yeah, at least they had toys.
Like, they don't
for
even
this
do
one.
toys anymore.
Who knows?
What are we doing
Not
here?
even a shelf
They're
space
doing
in
Magic
most of the
Gathering
stores right
cards.
now.
They're doing Magic the Gathering cards now.
At most, there's like a few of the older generation stuff, or what's left of that set of Squishable things that are running out.
Yeah. Well, at least in the card section, you got the
I
Caillou
saw at the
cards
store
in.
one of those empty and was considering taking it just for the Pinkie Pie inside.
Honestly, I would have done it. I wouldn't have. Nobody would have stopped me. I would have done it. But anyway,
it wasn't easy.
along with that, we also got some more rapidly shaking your character heroes, even more violence. So yeah, Rainstorm got a rework of the your character here with gun violence, and these ones are really going nuts now. Look at that. They are just vibrating with violence.
Yay, violence.
And we also got a wonderful entry, get from a friend of an OC of Rainstorm called Coffee Cake. Dibs on dating. No, I'm kidding. Absolutely kidding.
That was quick.
Of course, speaking of violence, we also have Pause Morpheus that posted this.
Uh-oh.
Mini much grrr.
But
He's foaming at the mouth. That's rabies.
we also got a stand one, so if you can't stand the vibration, you can at least see what they're looking at.
Listen, they ain't really looking at anything.
And
No, he's
of course-
looking to outdo Cujo.
And of course, as I mentioned, this was all from the previous week. So this week I still did the alumni training ground, and this one was to draw your favorite pony with a beauty makeover. So I did my best to draw Twilight Sparkle in an elegant outfit with maybe some more beauty salon stylish hair.
You go,
I
girlfriend.
still think it's pretty.
And along with that, looks like that Kalsakai did some little teasing in the Discord about the next chapter of his series. Yep. Basically, eventually, he's essentially going to introduce a little dragon helper that's going to pop in and be a helper, free labor helper for running tab. Eventually, we get Spike 2.0.
More Spocky, but fair.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
boy, child labor.
Hey, it's the best kind of labor. And with that, that is it for all of our wonderful entries for our creative showcase. And now it's time for the fun part. So, as I mentioned every week, we put out a prompt out there to encourage people to be creative in any way that they know how. How we get that prompt? Why, you guys. We put up this wonderful wheel and we take a prompt. We take every prompt that we get. Everybody, and I mean everybody, whether you're here for the first time, here for the 100th time, putting in your 51st prompt, it doesn't matter. We will take every prompt that you give. We will put it into the wheel. They will be randomized and then spun up, and that will be our choice. The only stipulation on this is everybody gets one, and only one for that week. So you get a prompt in there. I have it in the wheel. You can no longer change it, alter it, remove it, or anything. It is there. It has been selected. You have been chosen. Whether you have chosen wisely or poorly, that is up to you and the Flask Master. But everybody gets one. And just a reminder, this wheel will be randomized. We will shuffle the wheel, then give it a spin. There will be no favoritism, no trying to milk the system in a way to make it so that we get the prompts that we do want. This is completely random, and because of that, I have had to deal with some really stupid prompts. But it's
Hey, they put you into a creative mindset.
well, more like a challenging mindset, but I get it. And I'm okay with it, because sometimes we need to do things we're not comfortable with in order to expand and grow. Can I have the artist links? Yes, I will do that right now. I am so sorry. I will get onto that right now while we wait for other people to get their prompts in.
Also, second, I did look at that Twilight.
Yeah.
It did not look like it would be a horrible thing to do on like an FDM printer.
Yeah, that's what my friend said too, so, yeah.
It would just be the material, because I would say PLA probably would not do it, but PTG probably would. That or ABS. Just because that's a little bit more resilient. Yeah, another thought came to my head.
What's that?
You know your VR chat avatar?
I'm aware of it.
If you have that 3D file put into Blender, you can put it out as an STL file and just be able to have that printed out.
That one probably not as much, mostly because, well, like, I don't know how that would work because of the clothing that it has.
Well, if it's just on by default, because there are layers in there, and you can save the STL or FBX as a thing, and printing software can read that.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much for your patience, everybody. I was just updating the show notes with all the artists as requested for White Phoenix. And while I'm doing that there, let's go ahead and just dump in the show notes a little early. And nobody else has posted anything since then, so we're going to go ahead. Let's randomize our wheel and give it a spin. Well, there we go. Pony's wearing grunge clothing.
Yay!
Simple, straight to the point, and I don't have to brain my hurt.
The pros my pajamas.
But we do have a protest challenge.
That is correct.
What's our protest challenge?
The protest initiative challenge this week is playing cards.
God damn it, Cole, I have an idea.
Good.
As well you should.